Okay, here we go. I can show them how to do it when I'm in the zone. Before we start, let me puff that indigo.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome to the channel. It's your boy, Dead on Dave, and welcome to Monday Night Raw Review with your boy, Dead on Dave. We got a lot to get to. Crazy ass Raw, especially the end of it. Hopefully many of you have come from over at the Joe Cronin show, where we just finished up an epic Raw review with Jesse J, Tommy C, and of course the great Joe Cronin. We had a lot of fun over there. Hopefully you guys watched that. And now you're here with your boy, Dead on Dave, and we're going to have some fun. We're going to take your calls. We're going to talk Raw. We're going to do all of that stuff. We're going to get Raw. We're going to get loose, and we're going to have a good old time. And if you ask nicely, maybe I'll have you hold my fish. Hold my fish. There was so much from this Raw that I really did enjoy. So I can't wait to get into a lot of it. There was some down points. I felt the beginning was really laggy. I thought the first match was kind of throwaway. But overall, Raw built, and they're continuing this trend where they're making things feel more important than they actually are in most cases. And I think that's really exciting. The 4-hour SummerSlam, all of these things. They got lucky. Let's face it. They caught luck with John Cena breaking his nose tonight, because it truly made that feel more epic. It truly made it feel more important. So, and they did all of this with an absolute horrendous crowd. I mean, the crowd was just god-awful, and yet they still were able to push through it and just have a really good show, because there was a lot of in-ring action that was focused on, and it was a lot of fun. So all you guys in the chat right now, what I want you guys to go ahead and do, if you're watching, hit that like button. Go ahead and do that. Also, if you've noticed something else about my channel that's changed, if you go into the description box below, you will see that there is a donation link. That's right. Dead on Dave is now taking donations, because there's nothing wrong with a tip jar, kids. I don't monetize my videos, so a tip jar is quite handy. Feel free to go ahead and do that. No obligation, of course, because you're still going to get the same amount of awesome Daveness, the copious amounts of Dave that you come here for. And if you want to call in and get your voices heard, your opinions heard, you can do that on Skype. David Vancura, DavidVancura. Go ahead, hit me up. I'll take your call, and we will do this thing, because that's what I do here. I'll be on as long as you guys want me here. As long as the calls keep coming and the chat is hot, I'm going to keep on doing my thing. We'll keep humming along right here on Dead on Dave Productions. So let's oh yeah, hey, I wanted to say thank you guys for getting me ever closer to 1,000 subs. We're getting closer and closer, so thank you for that. I believe we're around 960 something. We should get there maybe tonight. Maybe you guys could call your mother, call your sister, call your aunts, call your uncles, call your brothers, call your little cousin Frou-Frou that you haven't talked to in 4 years since you played doctor with him, and you guys don't talk about that because, you know, it's kind of weird. Maybe I shouldn't have played doctor with my cousin, but maybe that's just me. Call him up, say, hey, check out this fat guy. He's fantastic. He's great. So go ahead and sub to him. Get me to that 1,000 subs, because why the hell not? Something special is coming down the pipe for that 1,000 subscriber. And I'm still trying to figure out exactly what the most appropriate thing to do is. But I promise that once I get there, something special will happen. All right, enough about me. Let's get to why you're here. And that's, well, me and Raw. Let's get my opinion on Raw. And until I get a caller to give their opinions, I'm just going to start from the beginning. The Authority kick off Raw, and they just start throwing all of these announcements out there, which I thought was actually cool. I was happy with the announcements. I liked that the matches were being announced before the show, like before the matches. I thought that was cool. It was one of those things where I just felt it was making the show feel bigger, and they were really putting the show over and giving it its best chance to really succeed. And I appreciated that. I thought that was a cool little touch. They don't do it all the time. Lately, we've been seeing a lot of other ways to start Raw, and this was a little bit different. I don't like the 15-minute promo to start the show. I'm not always a big fan of that, especially when it starts to drag towards the end. But it wasn't so bad. It wasn't so bad. I felt it served a purpose. And most of the time, if you've been here a while and you know me, I'm going to be cool with things if they serve a purpose. I'm going to give it a little bit of a slide if they serve a purpose. And I did feel the beginning did that. The next thing I saw was Stone Cold, his podcast returning and having Paige next week. That's an interesting choice. Paige is, she's very current. She's very now. She's very hip. She's like 22 years old. It's going to be very interesting to see how she contrasts with Stone Cold. So I'm excited about that. Let's go ahead and take a call. Xander, new caller, new viewer. You were live with Dead on Dave. What you got?
Hey, man. How's it going?
Living life, man. How you doing?
I'm doing great. I just got finished watching Raw. Ugh.
What'd you think about it?
I gotta say, it was pretty decent. I gotta say, it was pretty decent.
What'd you like about it?
Well, man, I just like the overall matches. I like how they had Kevin Owens versus Orton, but like they didn't make Owens look like a piece of crap.
Yeah, I'm glad he didn't walk away in this
weird,
match, too. It was good that he didn't walk away. I finally finish a match for a change, bud, so that was good.
Yeah. And I was actually glad that Sheamus didn't get interfered as well.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah, if he did, it would have just... what do you think about Cena's nose?
Yeah, the best thing that people do is they hate on John Cena, and he gets a lot of shit tossed this way, and a lot of it is warranted. But I've got to put Cena over here. What Cena did tonight, and not only tonight, what he's been doing, this is the best version of John Cena I've seen maybe ever. I mean, since the early days of John Cena. This is what he's doing. His match work is better. I don't want to punch him in the face as much when he's on the mic, so that's a good thing. I really enjoy what he's doing. And then tonight, to be able to push through that nose injury, he's all fucking man. I mean, that's what it comes down to. This guy is all man, plain and simple.
I agree. And I was a little confused when I first saw it, because when Seth Rollins jumped up with the knee, I was like, is this a work or is he actually like hurt? And I was like, holy crap, he's actually hurt.
Yeah, he was actually hurt.
It was weird.
There's no question about that one. It was crazy.
Yeah.
It was crazy. So, anything else, bud?
Yeah, one more thing before we go.
Yeah.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how good do you think was Dean Ambrose selling to the Big Show?
His selling was a 10. Everything else about the match was a little bit off. But,
yeah.
But his selling was absolutely great. I loved his selling. I like what they tried to do with the match. I don't know if they succeeded, but I like what they attempted to do.
Yeah, I love the match all over. And thank you for having me. Thank you for taking my call. And live life, bud.
Hey, you too, man. I appreciate the call. Take it easy, bud. New caller Xander, everybody. Let's keep this party rolling. Dr. Bostonian, you are live with Dead on Dave. What you got?
Hey, what's up, man?
How you doing, brother?
Good. First, I want to say I thought that caller brought up a good point about Kevin Owens.
Yeah.
And the Randy Orton match. I thought that was actually really good part of Raw. More underrated, you could say.
I think people were expecting a little bit more because it's Kevin Owens. So I think, understandably, people, anytime they see Kevin Owens now, they just want to see the epic side of him. And it's not always going to be that way. But, yeah, I'm in agreement. I thought it was a really underrated part of the show. It kind of got lost. I agree.
The crowd sucked.
Horrible crowd.
Completely sucked.
Horrible crowd.
Yeah, one of the worst crowds all year, by far.
I agree.
What pay-per-view was it? The one in Chris Christie that was
Elimination
really
Chamber.
Yeah, that crowd was up there with that crowd for really bad. I mean, they were in it with the Cena match, but everything else really they weren't up to par with like the situations, like the Divas matches. They weren't really into those, or even the Owens match. Like it was really
I think
boring
it speaks to
it doesn't help.
It kind of speaks to that whole dynamic that we have in the wrestling fan universe right now, where everybody's looking for different things. And even though the women's matches, both of them were very good, the Owens match with Randy Orton was very good. In other towns, that's going to play differently. In this town, not so much. And I hope that WWE doesn't look at it and like, oh God, maybe we were wrong. Maybe we shouldn't be pushing these divas. Look at the reaction they got tonight. Because hopefully they're smart enough to realize what we're seeing and that it's just different crowds like different things.
I agree with that. I don't think they're gonna put hold them back. I don't think they're that stupid because their online reaction is just is really.
Oh yeah, they're killing it on social media. Absolutely,
yeah.
It's
they're
crazy.
Gonna be worried about one crowd reaction when the online, reaction is much higher and all positive feedback and excitement.
Absolutely. What else you got, Dr. Bustoni? Calls coming in fast and furious.
What was the first part of Raw? I missed the first half hour. Were there any matches?
The first part was we had the Authority kick it off, and then they did their thing, and they announced SummerSlam and all that, which wasn't so bad. And then we got Dean Ambrose and Big Show with the Miz on commentary. It was a very strange match. They booked it differently. It was more about Dean surviving. He eventually would get counted out in a really cool spot where he dove through the top ropes or the middle ropes and he got knocked out. That was a cool spot. And then he got over on Big Show by making him go through the barricade. If this puts Dean in the Intercontinental Championship hunt, then I'm okay with it. But if it doesn't, if this is just another, hey, we're going to do weird stuff with Dean Ambrose, then come on. And I'll tell you this much. A lot of people were happy to see Dean Ambrose without a shirt. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
Gave some people some orgasms tonight. Jesus.
Yeah. That's when I came in. I saw Show knock him out, basically. That's when I saw that. And I saw Show destroy that barricade.
Yeah, he did.
The whole wall.
Yeah, he did.
It wasn't like one panel. The whole wall was gone.
That's basically what all they did was they said, hey, Show, go ahead and attack that like you do a buffet. And he was like, oh, okay, I get that. So and that's what he did, man. Yeah. I can tell fat jokes. I'm fat. So.
What did you think of Los Matadores and the Lucha Dragons?
I tweeted it out. I tweeted before the match. I said, if they give these guys 7-8 solid minutes, they're going to put on a good match. And they gave them 7-8 solid minutes, and they put on a really solid match. I thought it was well done, well worked. Yeah. Very good styles to contrast with each other. I liked the Primetime Players on commentary. I thought it was funny. They worked well in there. And the New Day sauntering down the aisle the way they did just made me laugh. So I enjoyed it.
Titus. Probably one of my favorites spots of Raw is when I can't keep them straight. It wasn't I don't think it was Sin Cara, but when
Kalisto,
he does the handstand into the ropes. And,
Kalisto's a little jumping bean. I love it.
Yeah, I love that. That was really cool. And I think it's called, what is it called? The Burning Phoenix, what Seth Rollins did tonight.
Yeah, the Phoenix Splash. I like to call it the Ark of God.
Phoenix Splash. That was cool too.
I call it the Ark of God because I think it's even better than the Phoenix Splash. But yeah, it's called the Phoenix Splash.
Yeah, I thought that was a really cool move too. That was a really good match out of Seth Rollins.
Great match.
Great match. Besides, it's really the only match we've looked at recently, and he's kind of wrestled recently, before the Brock Lesnar shit. He wasn't wrestling. He was
you're 100% right. He's been surviving. He's been playing that
running around. Yeah.
Yeah, he's been playing that role, and he's really not wrestling matches. You got anything else for me, Dr. Bostonian? Because I'm going to get some other callers, bud.
Yeah, get on and get to it, man. Thanks.
Much appreciated. Good call, buddy, as always.
Thanks, man.
Joe, you've been sitting here patiently. What you got for me? You're live with Dead on Dave.
Dave, what do you think about the Terminator pre-order for 2K16?
I don't understand what's the necessity of having the Terminator in the game. But as far as the promo goes, I loved the promo. I thought Arnold looked great. I liked all the wrestlers being incorporated into that iconic scene of Terminator 2. So that was cool. But overall, I don't know the point of it, but we'll see. I mean, I'm not hating it. It's a DLC special, so we'll see.
The game so far, what I found out, they got some good modes. Their GM mode. And there's a showcase. There's the Nexus versus WWE, the Yes Movement. I think they got something with Batista, and they got a lot in the showcase mode.
Yeah, it seems
and
like
stuff.
they're really packing this game with some good features, and as good as having a huge roster is going to be, what we've learned about the 2K series the last few years is gameplay and features are king. We need more than just a WrestleMania mode. We need something substantial that we can continue to play after we beat those other type of modes, and it looks like they're going to give it to us this time. So I'm excited.
Because there's a Bury Alive match that you could play. There's a 2 out of 3 falls, 3 stages of hell.
Yeah.
There's a Punjabi prison match.
Yeah, it's crazy. That like I said, they're packing it full of matches and stipulations and all kinds of things. What'd you think of Raw tonight, bud?
I felt it was good. It was just on cruise control. I felt, and I didn't need to because there's still 4 weeks till SummerSlam. So
I actually didn't feel this was a cruise control night. Usually I'll call them out. Sometimes that does happen. I don't think it was tonight. I felt they went for it in certain spots. I think the crowd may have made it feel like it was a cruise control night, and I can completely understand coming to that conclusion. But I do feel like they were going for it. I feel like they're putting more emphasis on individual matches. It was nice to see a good lengthy tag team match. It's really good to see elite, not good, elite women's wrestling. I mean, because we're seeing matches on Raw now between women that we would only see at pay-per-views. So this is really cool.
I feel NXT women are bringing the veterans like up their game.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. You know, when you have the talent to play with, it's a hell of a lot of fun to be able to do this. They're able to really get into it and push the veterans. And look, Paige is only 22 years old, and she's worked with a lot of these NXT women in the past, so she has a good familiarity. So there's a whole lot there that they're able to pull from, and just having this talent. And we're seeing that with the men too, and we're going to see it even more as more of these guys come up. When Sami Zayn eventually comes back from injury, when Hideo Itami comes back from injury, when Finn Balor comes up, Solomon Crow, Uhaa Nation, all these guys, we're going to see that talent, and there's just more to play with.
One more thing with the podcast, on co-podcast, I think he will talk about Tough Enough and how, he thinks it is kind of subpower. Do you think they're going to have it next year?
I think they'll probably do it in one more year, I believe, but I think they're going to revamp it. Look for Stone Cold to probably be involved in next year's, because this hasn't worked. The people don't want to see this style of reality show. We don't want a Big Brother that happens to have a wrestling match. But I do, to that point, I do think Stone Cold will bring up something about the ratings. I believe he's going to also call her out about putting Patrick on the block. I do feel it's going to happen. I'm just wondering if he's going to talk about the change in host that we're going to have this, or not host, in panelist, because Hogan exiting and somebody else. Most people think it's going to be Ric Flair coming in. So I'm wondering how that's going to work. I think it's an interesting choice to have Paige on the show. It should be interesting. We'll see what happens.
It should.
You got anything else from Mr. Joe?
I could probably think of someone top of my head.
Well, feel free to call back in and continue watching the show, gather your thoughts, and if you have anything else, feel free to call back in to your boy, Dead on Dave.
I do got one more thing.
Okay.
I want to say you and Joe, even though he's not here.
Yeah.
Happy early 3-year anniversary. I know it's coming up, SummerSlam.
Yeah, the Joe Cronin Show's been doing his thing 3 years now on YouTube. I'm actually hitting my 1-year anniversary with the group in SummerSlam as well. So it's pretty cool. And I'll have 1 year right here on Dead on Dave Productions in September. So thank you. I appreciate that.
Appreciate it. Have a nice night.
You too, buddy. You too. Joe, everybody. Joe, because he's Joe. It's wonderful. If you're sitting in a chat with something to do, here's what I want you guys to do. Go ahead and put in your rating for tonight's Monday Night Raw right in the comment section. We'll read some of those off. Also, go ahead and hit that like button if you've yet to do it. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, you can do that as well. And if you like me that much and you want to rock some of my gear, you can go over to spreadshirt.com and get yourself a copious shirt or a copious mug or many other things that are there, all designed by the one, the only, the great Isaac Rojas. So go check that out and pick yourself up one of those. But if you don't want to buy an item and maybe you just want to throw a tip into the tip jar, throw something into my guitar case that's laying on the ground, you can go right into the description box and you will see a link for my donation site on Twitch. You can go ahead and donate, and I will read your comments, whatever you have to say, live on the air, and give you a little shout out for donating to the channel. So let's get back to the action here. Let's, we already have some ratings coming in. Chloe Stings, 9.6 out of 10. Let's see. Oh, the T-Soft, Dave is God out of 10. Thank you. Xander G, 8.6 out of 10. Jock Davis, Jay Davis, Real Talk, the Metaphor Messiah, the official musician of Dead on Dave Productions. He's in the chat. 7 out of 10. Cena Toughness. I know my Chicago boy, my man, the official musician of Dead on Dave Productions, Real Talk, the Metaphor Messiah. Of course, he's going to look at that Cena Toughness because it was Chicago Toughness, even though he's not from there. James Brown, Monday Night Raw, 5 out of suck. Ed's View, Broken Nose Randy out of 10. Or Ranchi, I don't know. James Brown, could Cena have gotten nose broke to get over? No, that's not why he got his nose broke. Jocelyn Powell, 6.5 out of 10. Hayden March, 5.10, 5 out of 10. Meh show. Pittsburgh Boy, 96. Yo, what up, people? Always the conversationalist Pittsburgh Boy. Logan Barrett, 7.6, 7.46 out of 10. Nicely done. Nicely done. All right, let's go ahead and check a few things here. Let's see let's see if anybody has donated to my broke ass. Oh, we got one. We got a $10 donation from Real Talk, the Metaphor Messiah. Dave, you are my friend. Dave, you, my friend, are the man. Thank you very much. The official musician of Dead on Dave Productions. Thank you very much. $10 donation out of Real Talk. Holy crap. That's amazing. Thank you very much, my friend. I appreciate that. Let's get back into Raw and let's go through a couple more segments. I talked about the Dean Ambrose Big Show match. I felt it was a very weird book match. And if there's something at the end of this rainbow with Dean getting into the Intercontinental title picture, then I'm completely okay with this. I think it's a good way to go because you got to do something with Dean. So here's where my low point of the night was for me. The Neville Fandango match. Now, the match itself wasn't that bad. I was expecting a squash, and we got it. Not a big deal there. It had more to do with this bizarre hero-villain thing they're doing with Stardust. I'm just not feeling it, man. I just cannot get into this whole idea that Stardust is trying to be this villain, and sometimes there's a thing called two on the nose, and I feel like they just would have alluded to them being comic bookish, alluded to them being villains and heroes. I feel it would have been much more effective. But because you have Stardust going this whole be my hero thing, and we know that there's the whole shit with the arrow on the CW and all of that, I think it's just too on the nose. And for me, it's not working. What I did like was Stardust making a Dusty Rhodes reference. I think that's kind of his way of saying shut up to everybody who's giving him shit about not going back to Cody Rhodes. So he gave a little bit of a Dusty Rhodes tribute there, talking about kings whining and dining with kings and queens. I thought that was a very nice touch. I had to take a drink of my agua. Needed some water. I need some water. So I had to take a drink. I apologize for that. I thought the Divas had a really good backstage segment. I thought it was entertaining. It was cool. Just seeing them interact with each other is a lot of fun. These women, these ladies are going to be playing off of each other for a really, really long time, and it's quite exciting. Then we got the match. We got Paige and Sasha, which I think you can make an argument that up until the Cena-Rollins match, that was match of the night. Fantastically worked match. Sasha wins with the bank statement after just a back-and-forth affair. Paige worked very stiff. Sasha was she was hard to catch. She was a lot of fun to watch. I thought it was just a very cool moment. I thought it was just a nice thing that they did with having the big statement. Now, one critique, if I have to give a critique to the women at all, it's going to be they need to work with Sasha a little bit and figure out how to take the Banks statement more effectively. Because it doesn't seem like people are taking the Banks statement very well. The NXT women, Charlotte knows how to take it well and sell it and make it look good. Not everybody else, Paige being a prime example of that tonight, they just take it as a backstabber, and then they don't roll over with it. So I feel that's going to have to get fixed, but that's just a really, really small critique. Not a huge critique at all. I'm not being huge on it. So I thought the match was a lot of fun. I love the fact that they're building something here. That's what they're doing. They're building something here with these women. They're building a foundation, and that more women like Emma, Carmella, Alexa Bliss are going to be able to come in and have something to really compete with. Let's take a call. Pittsburgh Boy 96, longtime viewer and great caller, is now live with Dead on Dave. What you got, Pittsburgh?
How come there's no Roman tonight?
No, you know what? I have no idea. I'm glad you brought that up. I thought that was one of the lower segments of the night as well. They were hyping it up that fucking Harper was going to be reaffirming himself into the Wyatt family. I wanted something to happen. I thought it would have been a really effective thing to have him carry Roman Reigns' beaten body to the ring and lay him at Bray Wyatt's feet. That would have been super effective. Can you imagine how people would have reacted to that? To see just Roman just completely crumbled and Harper carrying him down the aisle. That would have been really cool. Because I felt that segment really fell flat. Maybe, is that just me? That segment was just really, really flat?
I'm with you.
I didn't dig it. I didn't dig it. Because it was things that we heard. We've heard these things. And it was just, I don't know. What else did you think of Raw, man? What's your rating for tonight's Raw?
Well, I got caught up with something, so I completely missed the Randy Orton and Kevin Owens match. Was that any good?
It was decent. It wasn't a terrible match at all. I think people had different expectations for it, and every time that Kevin Owens comes out, I think people are expecting something really epic. And the fact is, you're not always going to get that. Kevin Owens has an ability to work so many different styles of matches, and they're really trying to figure out exactly which way to go with him right now. So we did see that. I thought the match was very solid. Randy Orton is really working well right now, by the way. I think he's doing a really good job. So, there's that. Sheamus didn't take away from the match. He certainly added to it at the end. At least Kevin Owens didn't walk away this time. That's kind of where I was happy. Like, thank God he didn't walk away again. The coolest thing about that was Cesaro coming out at the end to make the save. He jumps over the top rope and just dives on Owens, which was really cool. It was kind of like WWE said, okay, Cesaro, I know you're really hot right now. This crowd isn't super, super smoking. So what we're going to do is we're going to give you 30 seconds tonight. And Cesaro goes, you know what? That's all I fucking need. And he went out there and he delivered. Pittsburgh boy, you're no selling me. What else you got?
Well, I really liked the Sasha Banks and Paige match. It was good.
Yeah, it was a highlight. It was a highlight, definitely. Definitely a highlight. You got anything else?
I'm with you though on the Neville and Fandango match.
It wasn't the match for me. It was what happened after. You know, it was more about what happened after. The match didn't bug me that much. It was more about the Stardust thing after. I just felt so. Oh Jesus Christ! Are we having Atari issues again, Mr. Tommy C?
Oh, no, I don't think so. I'm having a great time. What are you talking about?
I can't believe I'm about to... Oh, I almost tossed you. You
Couldn't toss me. Not if you wanted to.
I don't want to toss you. You got anything else, Pittsburgh boy?
That's all I got for now.
Well, I appreciate the call. Good call as always. And
Thank you.
Now you're over the top rope. Tommy C with his fucking Atari is here.
Now you're over the top rope.
That's how I'm gonna end every call from now on. It's just good stuff. What's going on, my friend? Causing anarchy.
I'm doing you a favor by being here.
Oh yeah, of course you are. Tommy C comes in, the ratings go up. There's nothing I can do about that.
I got to be honest with you.
Yes, sir.
I don't give a fuck that Cena broke his nose.
It does nothing for you that he broke his nose. Oh, we got. I think we have a really good caller right now. Let's go ahead. LB, I believe. LB, the Wave 24/7. LB, is that you?
Yeah, Atari off.
Atari off. That's right. What you got for me, man?
I laughed with this. She said that.
That was a great line.
Oh.
That was a great line.
I couldn't even. I just had an uncontrollable laughter after you said that. It was like I didn't know where it came from.
It was honestly, we were talking about it afterwards. We haven't had like a super epic moment in a long time on Joe's show, and that's right up there with Dave seeing stars.
Yeah.
And the Chris Benoit versus your family joke. I think Jesse really. It was a 5-star frog splash. Yeah,
that
for sure.
It was. What did you think of Raw tonight, man? What you got for me?
I know I wanted to say something about the talk y'all had about Hogan, because I wanted to say something about. I wanted to make a response to that lady that called Joe's show.
Yeah.
I just wanted to say she needed to shut the fuck up forever, because I didn't get rid.
You talking about Terry?
Yeah, I was like, huh? I'm like, what are you talking about? They did it first, like.
Yeah, Terry did say some kind of outlandish shit tonight. I can't defend my girl on that one. I don't know what the hell she was doing there.
Listen, man, I'm about to just start picking my battles, because it's like this race shit is so exhausting,
isn't it?
We went from Hulk Hogan to Sandra Bland to Donald Trump, and I'm just tired.
Yeah.
No, I don't blame you.
It is exhausting. You said the right word.
I can't defend what she said, but I will defend her. She's wonderful.
She is a wonderful person. I don't think she had any malice in her heart about it. I think she's just trying to make sense out of a nonsensical situation. And she's looking for fairness where there is no fairness in the situation to begin with. So I think that's what she was trying to accomplish.
I agree with you.
And
totally.
it just came off clunky.
Yeah.
She's from Winnipeg. She's from Winnipeg. What do you want? She's from Winnipeg.
I didn't grow up on Hogan. Like I was born in '89, so technically I was like growing up like during the New Generation era and the Attitude Era. So
you missed it. You missed it.
And I mean, I watched Hogan, but I was an Undertaker. Undertaker's what put me on WWF.
Yeah,
I got you.
Hey, for all you guys trying to call in, keep calling. Don't worry, I will get to your calls eventually. Don't take it. I'm not slighting you by not taking your calls, so just keep with it. Add me first, by the way. Add me first. Keep going, LB.
But I know when it comes to, I know like there's just some shit that just needs to be said when it comes to this race. Like Donald Trump, he needs to shut the fuck up forever. Talking about Mexicans and all that. I hope he gets raped by El Chapo.
I'm just gonna leave that shit alone because of all the politicians right now, he's making the most sense. But
we like
him. That's a different conversation for a different day. He's the one politician not pulling any punches. So I have respect for him for fighting.
I mean Hillary. I'm going for Hillary.
Oh God, why? You want to criminate
video? And I just went, ooh.
Welcome to the Rush Limbaugh program.
That's right. It's just the liberal media trying to scare you.
I just want my more diversity when it comes to my president. The old white man is done.
Oh God.
We need female and then after female we get a Latino president. After that we get a transgender president because it's
change for just the sake of change is rarely a good thing. Rarely.
Unless it's funny and transgender.
Yeah, but transgender, I think I can get behind that.
First man lady, like.
Yeah. I know, but back to Raw before we completely alienate all the viewers out there with our political rhetoric.
I disagree with you too, sir. Obama's not a bad president because he's black. He's a bad president because he's bad at president.
Nah.
Yes, no. That is yeah. He's terrible at what he does. It has nothing to do with
Terrible at what he does.
nothing to do with his race.
That's
I agree.
okay.
That is okay.
I'm a white guy. I do a lot of things really awfully, and I'd be a horrible president too.
And we have no qualms with saying how bad of a president we would be.
We would die. We probably would die if Tommy was president.
No. I may die, but a lot of other people would go before me.
They're all coming with. They're all coming with. You got anything else for me, LB?
Oh, okay. Now what about the? What about the It's like WWE is like in limbo right now because they're only dealing with like maybe 8 superstars altogether.
I don't know. I feel like they're actually opening it up more each and every week. I mean, we're seeing a feud with Stardust and Neville, whether or not that's good or not. We got 3 or 4 people in the Intercontinental title picture right now. It looks like Dean is entering it with Big Show, Miz, and a returning Ryback. We got the main title picture with, of course, Cena and Rollins coming out of nowhere. You got the Undertaker-Brock situation. A whole bunch of people in the female division now making it interesting. And a tag team division. We got 4 teams that are emerging.
Hold on. Wait a minute. I thought Dean... I think I missed something because I probably walked in on the wrong time. I thought Dean was supposed to fight Seth.
No. Dean, I think, is working house shows with Seth. But no, Dean is looks like he's been relegated down to the Intercontinental title picture. At least he's fighting Big Show on tonight's show. And they set it up to be a long-term situation where he just survived the Big Show. So I think there's more.
That's gonna backfire because they think he's unburiable. But
well, so far they've been proven right. People still love the guy no matter what they've done to him. Whether or not
Kevin Owens, like I don't know where he's supposed to be. Like it could be a Randy Orton beef, but then Sheamus happened, and I don't understand like what's going on.
No, it's Sheamus and Randy, but it's Cesaro and Kevin Owens. That's where Kevin Owens is going. It's Cesaro. Cesaro attacked him directly after the match. It's Cesaro, Kevin Owens. I think that's what we're going to see at SummerSlam, which should be a fantastic match, by the way.
I wonder who's going over. Cesaro might go over.
Cesaro, I feel that they can probably have him take the loss because he's had more time and they've had a couple of chances. Whether or not they've squandered those opportunities, that's a different discussion. But I think Kevin Owens really needs this win. After losing twice to Cena in a row, he's really got to get this victory.
Oh yeah, and the last thing I wanted to talk about, I thought about it kind of like during Raw. The Undertaker and Brock match scares me in a few ways.
Yeah.
Number one, the first way it scares me is if Undertaker goes to Suplex City. Oh my God, I'm really gonna fear for him. Like he might die in the ring.
It's a little bit scary. I agree. It's a little bit scary, but I'm also really excited about it because if the Undertaker's in anywhere near decent condition that he seems to be in, this could be a pretty damn good match. At least a good fight. I don't know about a match, but it could be a hell of a fight.
Number two, I think people might riot again if Undertaker loses.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it'll be WrestleMania all over again. I think I'll lose my mind again.
I almost want to see him lose again just for that. I want to see the look on people's faces when Brock pins him again.
That's a really good point. I didn't even think of that.
What's that?
Has he ever beaten Brock ever, even including the American Badass?
Yeah, he beat him. Didn't he win that Hell in a Cell match against Brock?
He lost.
He did lose that. That was the cast match, right?
Yeah.
I'm sure he had to have beaten him somewhere in that feud. They feuded for a long time.
I remember he threw him through the vengeance sign. I remember that.
Yeah, that was cool. That's a good question. Any of you historians out there, if you find out a match that The Undertaker actually went over Brock on, go ahead and put it in the chat below, and you'll get some cool Dead on Dave points where you can cash in nowhere. But you can wear them on
Brock has not jobbed that much in his career, though, period.
No. Well, he had a really short window when he came in.
Kind of like Goldberg that way, you know?
Well, he had a short run, and he was red hot the entire run, you know, and now he's come back, and now he's just this big, larger-than-life attraction. So
well, prepare. If Undertaker loses, you will be getting like 1,000 phone calls.
It's good for business in the podcast world if he loses. Let me tell you.
Yeah, actually, I'm kind of rooting for it now that I'm thinking about it.
Got shot. Like when they said, like, when the countdown said most shocking thing that ever happened to WWE, they put the barbershop Shawn Mike. No, it should have been Brock versus Undertaker, because that shit shocked the fuck out of me. Like,
I think that's fair. I think that's one of the. It has to be up there. 1 or 2 is the most shocking thing that's ever happened. I do want to say that, but I hate doing this because it sounds so douchey. I did call that. I was on it, but it was before I was a part of the show. But I had it. I called that completely. I thought it was going to happen, but I didn't have a show back then.
You didn't call. I can't. Now I'm not going there.
Uh-oh.
I was going to say something, but I'm not.
Go ahead. Now I want to hear it.
No, I'm not going to say it. I'll tell you off air.
Oh, fuck.
I'll ruin your show by telling you.
If it was really mean, I really want to hear it.
No, it's something I could have got away with, but I would have kicked myself later.
Okay, fair enough.
I don't want to put anybody over that I shouldn't have to put over.
Fair enough. Gotcha.
You get what I'm going
I gotcha. I'm all over it. LB, you got anything else before I get you out of here, bud?
Well, other than that, the last thing about the whole Brock situation.
Yep.
If Brock loses, maybe like right after that, you'll probably hear the Crows or something.
That's possible.
Probably.
Very, very possible. That's a good transition. But I think we're going to see Sting before that. I have a feeling Sting's going to be involved in a match at SummerSlam. I know they haven't added him yet.
Build up to somebody. Sting needs to build up to somebody. It's like, what the fuck is he doing?
I think he's going to be involved in the Wyatt situation. That's where all the talk has been, because it's a safe way to get him a victory. You put him in a tag team match with Roman Reigns, and you have him pin one of the Wyatts to get the victory. It doesn't hurt anybody. It's a tag match. Sting gets a victory, so those people are happy. And that way, you can build to, if you want to do it, Undertaker and Sting at WrestleMania 32.
Yeah, because they need to build up Sting from SummerSlam to Survivor Series to Royal Rumble.
I agree.
Then WrestleMania.
Agreed. Well, I appreciate the call, LB. Good call as always, my friend. One of the longest running viewers for Joe Cronin and myself. LB,
first caller.
Yeah. No, that was New York. New York was the first caller, I believe.
Oh, New York?
Yeah.
I don't know. Well, they're both black, so. Now they're on racism.
What you gonna do when the right man runs wild on you?
Donald Trump is coming for your ass.
Yeah.
Careful. Oh, you're not Mexican. You're all right. All right, LB.
Yeah, you're okay.
LB, I appreciate the call, bud, but you are over the top rope. See you later, bud. Let's bring somebody else.
Yeah, I'm glad that he had a horrible connection.
Yeah, he did. But it's LB. I gave him the benefit there.
Oh, he gets a wide berth.
He gives a wide berth. I agree. All you mofos in the chat, go ahead and take a second and hit the like button, because why the hell not? Doesn't cost you anything.
He sounds like New York.
But he does sound like, yeah. I'm on a payphone, and there's a taxi driving by. So hit that like button. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, do that and help me on my march to 1,000. We're almost there, and then you can help me fly by Tommy C. And that'll be a lot of fun. And I'll wave as I go by. So you guys can help me do that. Help me achieve my goals. And, of course, if you want to help grow the channel, you feel free to go ahead into the description box and donate to the channel. Hit that tip jar, because why not? Why not? What's going on with you, Tommy C? How is your life?
I'm trying to get my tip jar to work.
just wiggle it around. That's what
I'm playing Atari.
Jesus Christ.
What's wrong with that?
I'm going to play Atari. Because you know what, though? You're going to really appease all of the hipster crowd out there. All right, I got to put this guy on.
Is that a thing to do? I'm going to stop doing it now.
Uh-oh. Joe, you're back on, but you've been calling like a madman. You better have something amazing to say.
Yeah, I got something else. So, with Hulk Hogan's merchandise, how much you think it's worth now with all the racial stuff?
Right now, it's worth about as much as my merchandise is. That's about how much it's worth. It's worth about as much as a Dead on Dave T-shirt.
Okay, and
the only way to go up is if something horrible happens to him and he dies mysteriously, then it'll go through the roof.
Or really publicly, they string up Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
That should be T-shirt.
Yeah, string up Hogan. Oh my God. What else you got, Joe? I'm about to throw your ass over the top rope. What else you got?
Mm-hmm. Tommy, your laugh on the Joe shows sounds like the Joker. Like it was like Joker.
Thanks. I'm sorry, in the middle of the game.
You got Atari'd, and now you're over the top rope.
Oh, I'm trying to turn it off. No, I can't actually.
We need more sound
I thought I had
effects.
it under control, Dead.
No, you don't have it under control. I try to tell you that. It's the same thing with erectile dysfunction. You never have it under control. You only think you do. I'm speaking from my own experience there with my own erectile dysfunction. Take Zyrtec. Is that the erectile? I have no idea. Mike Dicka.
Is that it?
I don't know.
never took a drug like that.
Mike Dicka hit me up. I had to after I got hurt, believe it or not.
Oh.
Yeah.
Crazy drug?
No, not crazy drug. Dick drug.
To get it up? Or
Yeah,
get it down?
yeah. I have all those nerve damage issues down in my fucking groin.
Ugh,
Yeah.
that's fun.
Yeah, it was fun. I didn't like them though. I took them. It wasn't Viagra. It was one of the others. I took it and it just made me sad.
Yeah, because you couldn't get a boner.
But I mean, I got the boner. And I achieved what I was looking to do. But I was just so sad. It was just like this huge sorrow, this wave of sorrow just swept over me, and I was like, I'm not taking that again. So then I gave them to my buddy who was like, hey, man, I heard you got dick pills. He's like, give them to me. I'm like, all right, what are you going to do for me? He's like, well, I'll give you a video game.
You should have done?
What?
You should have played Congo Bongo, a Sega, 1983, and an Atari 2600.
Let's play Pitfall.
Pitfall?
Yeah.
I always thought Pitfall was a little overrated.
I love the fact that you're using this as a mechanism to promote your Twitch channel.
I haven't said anything about it yet.
You haven't said it yet, but we're building towards it, and it's wonderful.
No. I didn't, honestly, because it actually happened by accident, but now that you mention it, you're right. Yeah.
Go ahead and tell them where they can find you on Twitch, Mr. Tommy C.
It's actually Shot from the Point Live. I mean, you see my YouTube channel, of course, and I might be playing Pitfall. Yeah, remember this one? You don't remember this one. This is Generation Y. This was not your
played
thing.
those games, though. I did play them.
Yeah, you did. 'Cause some retro magazine told you to. Back in the 80s. This is all we had, brother.
Yes, I'm an Autobot. I listen to what the magazines tell me to do.
That's right. We had the Autobots, too, and the Decepticons. Before that fucking horrible movie with Sheila LaDouche came out.
Sheila LaDouche.
Douche.
I'm going to kill you. I'm going to kill you.
Is that his name? Sheila LaDouche?
Yeah, I think that's his God-given name, yeah. Sheila LaDouche.
He really ought to lose it.
He should lose it. Like he lost his sanity. He should definitely lose it.
Did he lose his sanity?
Oh, he's nuts, yeah. He's fucking crazy.
I heard he was just a douchebag.
No, he's cray-cray. He'd be cray-cray. Let's take a caller. William Fuller, you were live with Dead on Dave. What you got?
Yeah, am I the only one who's slightly concerned for Neville?
No, you know what? I am and I'm not. I feel like this is almost a handshake agreement between Vince and Triple H.
Makes sense.
You know, they're just like, you know what? Here's what I'm going to do, Paul. You can have all the other guys. I'll let you do what you want with Kevin Owens, but I'm putting a cape on this motherfucker, and there's nothing you can do about it. I just have a feeling that's going to happen. But he's not going
We
anywhere.
have one good European wrestler. Let's go fucking ruin him.
Well, they had Wade Barrett. What happened to him?
He wasn't on
exactly.
tonight.
That's funny. That's what it was reminding me of.
Well, Wade's been up and down, and now he seems to be going back
They just
up
hate
again.
England.
Yeah, they hate England.
Well, we hate England and America because
William Regal, Ray Barrett, Neville.
you motherfuckers shouldn't have made us pay so much for tea, and you wouldn't have this problem.
You oppressed us for way too long.
Yes, you oppressed us. This is payback.
Payback.
Wade Barrett's gonna fucking bear the brunt of British oppression.
Payback through sports entertainment. I'm telling you, we got you.
Something that makes so much sense.
Well, that's what we do here.
No.
That's what we do here. We bring clarity through the darkness.
America.
America. What else you got, Mr. Fuller?
Not much really. I'm unsure that the 4 hours of Raw is necessary, to be honest.
Of Raw?
I wasn't. Yeah.
4 hours. Where was 4 hours of Raw?
I thought Triple H made the announcement.
No, 4 hours of SummerSlam.
Oh.
Yeah.
I know what I was watching. And
Raw's not going to 4 hours, kids. Don't worry about that. Raw's not going to fucking 4 hours. 3 is rough enough. We're not going to 4. But SummerSlam is going to be 4 hours because they're trying to make it feel bigger, and I think that they achieved that. I'm digging it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go because I'm tired.
All right, well, that's good.
I've been up since like 7 a.m.
That's a good coincidence because guess what? You're over the fucking top rope.
We're only a fucking hour ahead behind us.
Yeah, what the fuck is that, you big puss bag?
Yeah, I mean, it's 7:48 over here.
Yeah, we're about to party. We're about to do some blow and party.
You know, it really is tough for Europeans like to watch soccer. I mean, no, it's not. But wrestling.
Watch wrestling, yes. It is. It's not easy. Yeah.
You got to stay up like us.
Yeah. And then they got to deal with that god awful Sky Sports shit.
Are they doing a bad job? I only watched in the bar. Yeah, I never really noticed.
I hate British commercials too. Because I have to watch through nefarious means, and when I have to get one of those bad streams, it always bums me out. I try to get the USA stream. You know.
What's the difference? Who cares?
I like USA's commercials, man. I like USA's commercials.
You know, I tell you something. My European wife says the same thing. She likes. Sometimes when we got NHL Game Center, they have commercials, and other times they don't.
Yeah,
it's the strangest thing.
It is.
Otherwise, you get the fucking NBC Peacock going dun 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 dun, which is really fucking annoying, and you'd much rather see any commercial, even ones you hate. But yeah, American commercials are definitely better.
Hold on, we got breaking news in the chat. We have a request that I cannot possibly refuse. Legend Killer, Dead on Dave's, can you say D's nuts? Yes, I can. D's nuts. Now go donate to me because that's a special request. And Dead on Dave doesn't take special requests for free. No, I'm just kidding. I don't give a fuck. Love saying things like that. D's nuts. I haven't said that in a long time. When was the last time you had a good D's nuts?
The last time I played this game.
Are you serious right now? Are you really playing ET? Is that really happening?
No, I just played the sound. I could, I suppose.
Well, don't play it now because I don't want to hear it.
I'm like using this as a soundboard now.
It's a very unique soundboard. Nobody else is going to have that one. Pittsburgh Boy 96, you're back on live with Dead on Dave and Tommy C. What you got?
Actually, I got a question for Tommy.
Oh, hey, go ahead.
What do you want?
Me and my family, we're going to New York on Wednesday, and we will be coming back on Sunday. I just want to know, what to expect when we go up there.
Well, I think if you have a license to carry over state lines, I highly advise you bring your weapons. It's fucking New York City. It's in America. Relax, you crazy bastard.
Make sure you get all your shots.
Stay in Manhattan. Go to Madison Square Garden, and if the place starts getting dark, turn around. You know.
Dark by he means by the sun going
by
down.
The street standard.
By the sun going down. He wasn't getting racial there.
How about this? If the place starts getting poor, turn around. Even a black guy will tell you that. I won't go to that neighborhood.
if the infrastructure looks shoddy, turn around. If you see a bridge dilapidating, don't cross it.
You gotta understand. You're going to Manhattan, I imagine, right? You know where you're staying.
We're going to Mazpath.
What?
No, Mazpath?
No idea. What is that?
I think it's about half an hour from Manhattan.
Remember, Tommy only sounds like a New Yorker. He's from New Jersey.
I'm not from. Well, I grew up on the other side.
I thought he was from New York.
No, he only sounds that way. He's New Jersey.
I grew up very close.
I know one thing we are doing is going to the 9/11 museum. I know we are doing that.
I went to the memorial last September, and it's pretty good. The new building is totally up now. And they're actually moving people in, and the memorial is pretty breathtaking. I'll be honest with you, it's really, really good. It was I haven't really that shit doesn't really impress me for the most part, but I haven't been that blown away by a memorial. I mean, it almost looks like one of these fantastic places you would see in a video game, that doesn't exist in real life. That's how powerful the 9/11 memorial is, and I highly recommend that. When I first saw the wall in Washington D.C. I have an uncle who's a Vietnam vet. That was really this outdid that 7,000 times. So make sure you check that out because it is amazing.
And if you take pictures of your New York excursion, go ahead and send them to me, and I'll exploit them on my channel.
Yeah,
be a lot of fun.
Or Make it so you can share on Facebook when somebody steals your phone, they can selfie it and we can all see it and laugh.
That's right. That'd be funny. Yeah, set it up for instant posts. So when someone steals something and takes pictures, well, we'll see who it was.
Ha
Ha ha. Where's Patrick Glenn tonight? Ha ha.
Oh,
No idea.
I
By
don't
the
watch
way,
wrestling.
Frenchie Ben, you win the chat with this great little thing that he put in there. My European wife. Sounds classy. Well said, Frenchie Ben. Frenchie Ben finally called in. I got him on Skype. Can you believe that shit? I got him on Skype.
Yeah, I got him on Skype Sunday. Beat
Yeah, I
you
know.
to it.
That was
Fuck.
because no, I'm the one who I told him to do it. He did it because of me. He told me that.
Oh,
Frenchie Ben settled the argument.
I don't know. He sounds like he's in an echo chamber now.
Yeah. Oh well. Take the good with the bad. What else you got, Pittsburgh boy?
Another thing I wanted to touch up on is did you think that Cena and Rollins did go together? Do you think that's like one of those matches that's going to happen at SummerSlam?
I think it was a really good match, even aside from the nose break, which was obviously crazy. It was a great match. I thought they worked really well together. And sometimes when things like that happen, that nose breaking, when someone gets accidentally busted open, it kind of adds to it. It shows an effective use of blood and gore. This was one of those, and just absolute ball sack toughness out of John Cena. Jesus Christ. But for the match itself, even strip all those things away, it was a really good match, and they do work very well together, I think.
And do you think this will be a match at SummerSlam for both titles on the line?
I don't think both titles. I think the reason why they did the United States Championship tonight was to kind of dissuade any of that talk for the match at SummerSlam. That I think it'll end up being just for the WWE Championships, or maybe even a surprise, maybe for no title. Maybe over the next
the WWE, I mean, traditionally, a lot has to happen for them to like combine titles or do two titles. That's usually the most special of special. They do not like doing that, and I never understood it. I always thought they should put more than two titles on the line. I always thought that was interesting, but they don't. Traditionally, the WWE doesn't like to do that unless the most extreme situations.
Yeah, especially when it's a mid-card championship and the main title, which right now John Cena is making that case that the United States Championship is the most important title in the company, and I think that's the bigger storyline. It's not about the titles, it's about the man who makes the titles, and I think that's where they're going with it, and that's where the emphasis is going to lie, and I think that's the brilliance of this story. And selling it on a card where you already have a 100% main event like The Undertaker and Brock Lesnar, you need a really great match that tells a different type of story, and I think that's what we're getting with Cena and Rollins. Whether it be for a title or not, it's going to be an emotionally charged match, and now even more so with this broken nose situation. If Cena could even go over the next couple of weeks, we'll see.
And would you guys mind seeing Cena as the world champ?
Yes.
I'm conflicted. I'm conflicted.
It's not like you haven't seen it before, Dave.
Yeah, I'm conflicted because I feel like we are seeing the best version of John Cena than arguably we've ever seen. And that makes me kind of want to see him as champion because I want to see the possibilities. But it would be, I believe that would be title number 16. And that conflicts me for a lot of different reasons. Not only because Ric Flair is one of my favorite champions, favorite wrestlers, period, of all time, besides Shawn Michaels. I don't know how people are going to take that. And I believe him winning a 16th title might do more long-term damage for him and potentially the company. People react really fucking finicky to things like that. So that kind of worries me. But that could be me overthinking. So.
You know what I'm thinking of? Name that game, Pittsburgh boy. Name it.
Shit,
Over the top rope.
Easy over the top rope. That's it.
Yes, that's fine.
I did it too. I did it. I threw him. I feel bad. I love you, Pittsburgh boy. I can't hang up on people like you can. You do it with you. You have no issues with it. It's fantastic.
No, it's a sports radio show. Like I don't know. Like you always get hung up on.
Yeah.
Normally it works like this. I have a question, and then they hang up on you, and you go to the radio and listen to it. That's the way it usually works. We're way nice.
Yeah, we're pretty damn nice. Some more than others. Joey Newbeck in the chat says, "Dave, come back to Chicago one day, my friend. One day, I'm sure I'll come back to my home, but it'll be a long time coming because why would I leave Germany?"
Yeah.
It's lovely here. As Tommy likes to say, we live like fucking kings here.
Kings over here.
We're kings. We're kings
Kings.
of Deutschland. And I don't even speak
Get
the
me my
language.
fucking coffee over here.
We need the coffee.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ich bin eine Frau. No, I haven't. No, that's not. I'm not
No,
ich bin.
no, that means you just
I
said
am.
a
Yeah, I know. I'm a girl. I know. Ich bin keine Mädchen. No.
Ich lebe, mein Frau.
Yeah, I love my wife. Ich liebe Deutschland. Yeah. Okay. Dave, can you explain SummerSlam being 4 hours? Well, I'll certainly try, Legend Killer. As I've said a few times, I think that it's about elevating it. SummerSlam needs to feel a little bit bigger, more special this year, especially because of the Undertaker-Lesnar match. So I feel they're trying to elevate it to that same level as WrestleMania, which isn't a bad idea. It could also be because they needed time for Undertaker's fucking entrance. That's a very good possibility. My wife cannot stand Undertaker matches because of that entrance. She hates the Undertaker.
I gotta be honest with you. I agree. I agree. That's one of the reasons I like the American Badass. I'm like, no, I know I'm like the only guy on earth.
It's rare.
I totally get where she's coming from.
Yeah.
Totally. I never liked it. It's over the top. It's stupid. It was cool in the day when we were still coming out of the rock and wrestling era. But other than that, I'm glad it's fucking over. It sucks. I hate it. It's just too corny.
Yeah.
You know?
I agree.
I'm above it.
I'm above it.
I'm 30. I'll be 39. You believe that? Mm.
Oh, wow. You're old. Hey, I appreciate everybody watching the chat right now.
I totally.
We got, we're at 47 likes, or 42, I can't read. I want 50, so if you haven't hit the like button yet, make sure you go ahead and do that. Get me those 50 likes, because I want them bad. I want them really bad. So go ahead and hit that.
I would like it if you liked.
Yeah, I would like it if you liked. And I'll throw you a like. I don't know.
I think it's funny that the two people that always dislike Cronin, there's always like those two guys.
Oh, yeah, I get like two guys. Yeah, they just do it.
Yeah.
And if you haven't subbed, make sure you do that as well. And if you want to donate, the link is in the description box.
It's Dave Rose and Graham.
There you go. That's basically who it is. They call in, they play the little snippets of Graham's boring fucking show, and that's it.
Yeah.
I don't know. Frenchie Ben, you told me your sex change operation was last Monday. I don't know. I guess I missed some of that conversation. I guess I missed some of that conversation. Yeah, which way did you go? That's the question. I don't know. Let's take a look here at my copious amounts of notes and see anything that I missed. Oh yeah, I did want to emphasize the Rusev situation.
Emphasize.
What's that?
Emphasize.
The size.
You want to emphasize.
Oh, emphasis. What did I say? Emphasis? I want to. Okay, well, how about this, dickhead? I want to place emphasis on the Rusev situation, and now I will go ahead and emphasize the situation with Rusev. How's that? Pretty good?
You put the emphasis on emphasizing that one. Go ahead.
Yeah, you know what? That's what I try to do. Joe, I'm done taking your calls tonight, bud. I appreciate it, but I'm done.
I got one more thing to say.
Yeah.
Hulk Hogan, I know what he said was wrong, but, is it really reason to squash a legend? Yes. Next.
There's a limit. There's a limit on calls, and you've reached yours tonight, good sir. But Rusev, man, I thought this Rusev thing was interesting, and not because of the build of the story. It's just because Rusev is fucking nuts. Rusev doesn't know how to talk. He doesn't know what the hell to do. He stumbles over lines. It's hilarious. He tells Lana Summer, hot Summer, as he says, to hold a fucking fish. It's great. Hold the fish. Hold it up. Hold the fish. And then he threw the fish at Lana. It was great. I loved it. I called the dog Ziggler. That was great. And I love Lana coming out and really being assertive. I thought that was a really cool spot. Lana is really showing me a lot, and it's a lot of fun. I want to see more Lana. The Lana Vagina Vortex gets me lost all the time. Because, God, she is.
A Lana Vagina.
A Lana Vagina, that's right. The Lucha Dragons and Los Matadores match. I like the fact that we're getting tag team emphasis. It's an important thing that's been lost. Right now they're building 4 tag teams for, I believe, SummerSlam. They're probably going to do a fatal 4-way for the tag team titles, currently held by the Primetime Players, and I think that's a really good move. I like what the Lucha Dragons are doing. I also really think that pushed correctly and getting rid of that stupid bull, the Los Matadores, who was actually Primo and Epico from years past, they can go. Those guys can wrestle, man. They can wrestle. They're Puerto Rican bullfighters, and they can wrestle. And, of course, the New Day coming out and sauntering down the ring as the way they do. The New Day is getting over. Now, this is something I want to talk about, and I think you'll find this interesting. The New Day is starting to get cheered now. This is the second week in a row where they've come out and they're getting cheered. And I think a lot of it has to do with Xavier Woods and his ever-growing channel Up, Up, Down, Down on YouTube, which is absolutely brilliant. So I think that has a lot. Can you believe this guy came back into the call on his own and then coughed to get attention? That kind of irritates me. It kind of irritates the shit out of me that he just
call
did that.
Cronin over and over again. Don't bother him.
Jesus.
He's still up.
It kind of
Don't call him.
drives me nuts. Go talk to Cronin. Yeah. Shit. Why isn't he
Yeah.
calling? I had a really good point there. Now oh yeah, Xavier Woods, this Up Up Down Down channel. If you guys haven't watched it, go check it out. It's almost at 100,000 subscribers already, and it's awesome. You just see so much personality, not only out of him, but so many other wrestlers. It's great, and I think that might have a lot to do with this new swing by the New Day. They're getting more and more cheers, and I think that has something to do with it.
Yeah.
And this is a WWE sponsored channel. So do you think the WWE is either supporting it because they want the New Day to be cheered, or do you think they're going to end up putting the kibosh on it because the New Day draws so much heat?
I don't think that's a good question, because I think they probably don't give a shit one way or another. He probably either got permission, but they don't think it's too effective until something happens on there that A, they think they can make money, or B, thinks hurts or embarrasses the company. That's how long it's going to last.
Well, the funny thing is,
the kibosh will be put on it as soon as somebody's made to feel uncomfortable, or they'll go in and ruin it trying to make money on it.
Well, the funny thing about it is a WWE sponsored channel, which is something that I didn't think was going to happen with that. The other thing about it is they do punishments. They do weird punishments, eating hot peppers, like stupid shit. They did the cinnamon challenge as a punishment, eating the fucking big ass spoon, like stuff like that. I find it very interesting that they're doing that, because I thought that would have gotten the old kibosh put on it, but it hasn't, and it's pretty damn interesting.
Yeah, it's just like it depends. Like they'll find a way to fuck it up. It is a really good idea, and I do think it's sort of basically he's doing Twitch, and I think it takes a lot of talent to kind of get people be a sort of a voice and play video games. I think it's like a new, it's like a 21st century DJ.
I agree.
And he does a really good job.
I find your lack of faith disturbing. Yes, no, I
think
agree.
it's really interesting, and they'll probably steal the fucking idea and ruin it.
Well, it's already a WWE sponsored show, so they don't have to steal it. Cameron
I know,
Sinclair.
they'll probably fire him if they want to make real money.
Cameron Sinclair, you're live with that on Dave. What you got?
Not much, man. I've talked to Tommy C before, but I don't believe I've ever talked to you before.
Well, now you can scratch it off the bucket list because you've accomplished your goals. What's going on, man?
Yeah, not much, man. My life's complete now.
That's right. I don't blame you. I mean, come on, it's me. What'd you think of Raw tonight, bud?
It wasn't as good as last week, but I definitely I didn't mind it.
Yeah.
I thought the main event was pretty good. I think the Rusev thing is hilarious. I think it's getting better and better every week.
Unintentionally hilarious. It just seems like they just said, you know what, fuck it, just go out there and just talk. Try to speak, because it's great.
Yeah, like whenever I just see like Rusev's face just pop in on the camera, I just start laughing.
It's pretty awesome. What else? You like anything else about Raw?
I expected more from Orton and Kevin Owens.
Yeah, I think a lot of people did.
Yeah, I mean, if he has better matches with Cena, I don't know.
I think it's a testament to who Kevin Owens is, his ability to work different type of matches to elicit different emotional responses. I think that's his biggest strength. And it's going to go unnoticed by a lot of casual wrestling fans. But Kevin Owens is really able to elicit and tell stories and elicit responses. And it's kind of cool to see in this era, which we don't get to see all the time. So it's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm one of those guys. Yeah, fat man.
I want to know what's going on in the background over there.
Yeah, I know. What the hell? You got the wild bunch.
Sorry, I have MLB Network on right now. I'm watching Quick Pitch.
What the fuck, man? You can't turn that shit down?
Yeah,
I'll turn it down right now. So it was.
Well, it's okay. Well,
Sorry, I did think.
Go over there, quick, get it. Turn it down. You got it?
Nope.
Good, Dave. Over
the top rope. Thanks for turning it down. Over the top rope.
Bye-bye.
That's exactly what I was gonna do too. That's great.
Yeah.
We're dicks.
It's a tag team.
We're a tag team over the top rope. We're gonna toss your asses over. Oh God. So I think we've about covered everything off of Raw, man. We got Cena's broken nose. We got all kinds of good stuff there.
You gotta admit, I mean, the product's getting better.
It is. Yeah,
I think the ratings show here. The ratings show and the Joe Cronin show. There's more interesting stuff. There's less negative stuff. So anybody that said that we were just fucking killing shit to kill shit, well, go listen to fucking the Quitter.
That's
Bruce,
right.
Bruce Bitch.
Bruce
but no, I do think the product's good. Getting better. I don't think it's good.
Yeah, good's a big word.
Your conspiracy theory is probably right. I think like Triple H is probably playing politics with the direction that he wants to take it, which is a younger direction.
Yeah.
To Vince McMahon, senile old ass, still thinking superheroes are over.
I'm gonna put him in a cape.
Yeah. So, and Triple H will get old one day, and he'll start doing fucking Kevin Owens over again. Yeah. It worked back in 2015. It'll work now. That's basically where we're at with That's basically where we're at with this now. Vince has got to fucking retire or take the company with him. One of the two.
One of the two. Probably the latter. It's in my will, damn it. Bury it with me. It's going to be great.
Yeah.
It's going to be great. Oh, holy shit. This can't be true. Is this true? Hayden March, whatever your name is. Troy Tulowitzki to the Blue Jays. Is that an actual thing? Did that happen? I got to look that up. Holy shit. That's crazy. Did Tulo really get traded? That's nuts.
A lot of trades going on in Major League Baseball.
Oh, well, it's the trade deadline 3 days away. By the way, I'm going to have a trade deadline special. I'm hoping that it'll line up with my co-host Jeff Huffman's time frame. He'll be able to come on, but we will be covering Touch 'em all of the baseball coverage here right on the 31st, so make sure you check that out. That'll be a lot of fun. More information coming about that. Hey, guess what, Tommy?
What's that?
We got 52 friggin' subs tonight, or 52 likes, I should say. Hopefully 52 subs. That'd be badass. But 52 likes tonight. That's amazing. So thank you guys in chat for making that happen. Hope you guys enjoyed all the show. Tommy, why don't you go and tell the kids where they can find you and any parting words you might have for them.
Well, you can get me in two places, actually. You can get me on the great Chop from the Point Hockey channel. Just check out Chop from the Point Hockey right here on YouTube for all your hockey needs. If you like a Joe Cronin style of talk radio with wrestling, you're a bigger hockey fan. I'm your fucking guy. And I also do some broadcasting on Twitch. I do broadcast video hockey games, classics. Maybe one of these days we'll get NHL 16 up there and fire that away. And I also broadcast other video games too. Twitch is in the process of being worked on. So. I got a Mutant League. I'll sell this. I don't know what time I'm going to do it, but if you sub to me now, the great Mutant League hockey from the mid-90s and the Sega Genesis will be played.
That's worth it right there.
Wednesday night. I'll stay tuned for times and schedule. Mutant League hockey. You can call in, and unlike most Twitch channels, you can call in and talk sports. You can call in and talk hockey.
Nice.
They're like, but those Twitch guys just fucking answer their chat, which I find unbelievably annoying.
Nice.
Yeah, on YouTube I'll be doing that, and then you can check me on Twitch. Twitch is Shot from the Point Live. My username is Shot from the Point Live. Follow me on Twitch and all that other good shit.
Well, boom goes the dynamite. Appreciate that. Make sure you guys are checking out everything else within the community. And, of course, my good friend and the guy I co-host for every single pay-per-view and Monday Night Raw, the great Joe Cronin, where we had an amazing Monday Night Raw review over on that show. I hope you guys go check that out. Tommy was great. Jesse J was dynamite as always. And Joe and I, we brought the thunder. So I hope you guys check that out as well. Well, other than that, that's all I've got. I got nothing else. I got nothing else to say. I'm all out of love. I had something
else, but I forgot it. I remembered to say that I thought the product's a little better.
Well, think about it. Think about it, because you know what? I'm going to take this one last call. You know what? I'm not wrapping up. Fuck that. Rod the Entertainer, you're live with Dead on Dave as Tommy tries to think about what he wanted to say.
Oh, my bad. I didn't mean to interrupt y'all to...
No, I was actually wrapping it up.
You called.
Of course you meant to interrupt. What are you talking about? You called, yeah.
Yeah, one of you's going to give me the ultimate splash after this, and I'm not talking about Ultimate Warrior, but... I'll
give you the ultimate teabag.
Man, that is... Yeah, exactly. No kidding. Man, have you ever thought about how lame that move is? But anyways, I mean, the dude runs around in circles and then jumps on somebody's back and like half lands on him and half doesn't, and then stands on them.
I like this guy.
Yeah, this is the great Rod the Entertainer. So yeah.
Welcome to wrestling. Welcome to wrestling, pal.
Yeah, no kidding. Like that's what, because it's always bothered me because I did not grow up in, this is not what I called about, but I'm about to go on a quick little tangent.
I see that.
I didn't grow up in the era of just believe it. And so I feel like everything's been ruined for me, very sadly, but it's just the kind of fan I am, smart, whatever the fuck they want to call me. But
the first rule of smarkiness, you never mention smarkiness. Holy shit.
Well, maybe then I'm not. Because
no, you're You're a what's it called? You're a hipster smark. A smark that pronounces his smarkiness. Oh, there's nothing worse than the hipster smark. Oh my god.
Well, I feel like I can step away from my smarkiness. It's not like I think I know better than the WWE all the time.
All the time.
That's all right. In fairness, we think we know better than them all the time.
Yeah, all the time. Not just some of the time. All the time. This is how much I think. This is how much I thought I know better than WWE. I started a fucking YouTube channel about wrestling. That's how much I feel I know more. Fuck. What you got, man? What you got?
I thought tonight was a decent Raw. I actually did. There wasn't a point where I was like, man, this is a good Raw. But looking back, I was like, that was a pretty good Raw.
Until the end. I felt the end really did. I thought the ending really elevated the entire show. And this is like the fourth time. It's the fourth time in the past 6 weeks that a Cena match has done that. And it has to come to a point.
I still don't like the ending, but that's just me. Not liking Cena
people are gonna be like that. Like, oh, he made the champ tap, but I don't know. It was for Cena's title, so yeah.
Yeah, Rollins is a different kind of champ. It's not like Brock Lesnar tapping out on Raw.
Exactly, he is a different type of champion. There you go. That's the key.
I'm just
you're really having a fucking. I'm sorry. Go ahead, sir.
I'm sorry, I'm interrupting everybody.
I'm just really impressed with David's brainwashing technique to have you fucking repeat what he said.
I know. Well, I do. I tend to have that effect on people. It's crazy.
I haven't been listening honestly because the second I got home, I had a buddy stop by after work and.
Did he listen? Because you just regurgitated my awesomeness.
Yeah, I know. That's the thing. It sounded exactly like that.
I have not listened.
Think on your own.
I heard you talking about some guy named Tulowitzki got traded to the Toronto Red Jays.
Oh my God, that's sports botchery of fucking Tommy C proportions.
Yeah, I want to play Frogger.
No hockey. I don't know. Or no, that's MLB, isn't it? Or is it hockey?
That's Major League
Baseball.
No, it's
MLB, buddy.
Yeah,
Blue Jays.
If it was hockey, there's no nonsense when it comes to Tommy C.
Because I know a little bit of MLB. Like I'd call myself a Royals fan, but I'm one of those fans that only follows my team, so I have no idea what anybody else is doing. Like the worst kind of fan. But because I've just started getting into it as I get older.
What makes that bad?
Yeah, what makes it bad? Nothing bad about that.
Yeah, I guess I'm definitely a fan, not an expert.
Well, who the fuck is an expert? None of us are experts.
That's true.
Well, you already know how to tell the WWE what to do, so I mean, you can't be good at everything.
Exactly. Go study it. There you go. That's what I study.
Did you see my message earlier on Skype, Dave, about Dean Ambrose versus Big Show?
Probably, because Lord knows what I do is I live to read your tweets.
No, it was the Skype. It was Skype.
Oh, Skype. Yes. I live to read your Skype. Yes. I don't know. Probably not. Let me see.
I said it was a lunatic. I said it was the lunatic fringe versus the buffet.
The buffet binge. Yeah, I did read that. That's a good line.
I feel bad for Big Show.
He needs to retire. It's okay. What else?
I'm a fat guy myself.
Well, so am I, and it's a good times to be fat. What else you got, Raw?
What else was I gonna say?
You're dragging, but I'm about to throw your ass over the top rope.
No, I know.
Yes.
Wait. This is the Royal Rumble. Okay, wait. Before you throw me off, let me screw up so Titus O'Neil, so I won't get Titus O'Neil's record.
All right. You're over. He's thrown over.
You've been phone busted.
You're so lucky Tommy's not controlling my phone. Oh my god. You guys don't know.
He was a good call.
He was a good call. He dragged a little bit.
I like him. He dragged at the end.
All right,
it doesn't help that we interrupt him all the time.
No, well, God forbid it's our show. We're talking, and God forbid if we talk. Fuck, we're terrible.
Do you have any requests?
No.
Sorry, requests?
No.
Any requests in the chat?
No, we're not taking requests. We're not taking requests. But that's all I got.
Why not?
I don't know.
I got Robotank.
I want to wrap this thing up.
Robotank's by Activision.
I appreciate everybody in the chat watching, and as always, you guys are awesome. Thank you for all the support on the channel. Tommy C, thank you for dropping by and livening up my day. I appreciate that. God damn, man! I got another. I feel bad if I don't take his call. Isaac the Radical. Holy shit! It's been a long friggin' time. The guy who did my background for this episode and does all my graphic work as well as he designs all my t-shirts at Spreadshirt.com. Isaac Rojas, what's going on, bud?
Hey, before I talk, I just want to say, wait, Tommy, were you playing Ghostbusters?
No. I was playing Ghostbusters 2.
Ah, see? Big difference.
Yeah, I was playing Ghostbusters. What do you think?
I knew it.
Well, yeah,
I don't even know what the 2600 is.
It was the Ghostbusters theme song. How can you, of course you knew it.
Well, like, I'm like, oh, wow.
Yeah, it's amazing. We had video games during the dinosaur times.
That's right. What you got, Isaac?
Not much. You know, I missed the beginning of Raw, but I was told that they're actually adding another hour to SummerSlam. What do you guys think about that?
Yeah, 4th hour of SummerSlam. It's mostly it seems to be to elevate it to a WrestleMania-esque type of stature.
I think it's a great idea because I'll turn it on in the main event like I always do.
There you go. I think we're shaping up for
it's 20 minutes to 11. Time to turn on the main event. Skip all the other extraneous bullshit.
I really hope they have some NXT people go in that show.
Well, you got to remember, the night before is the NXT TakeOver event. They're getting 2 hours all to themselves in the Barclays Center.
Yeah.
So I think that's part of the reason why they're not going to have a lot of NXT work on the SummerSlam card, because the night before they're getting a night all to themselves, and that's going to be awesome. So that weekend is going to be absolutely amazing. I'm really looking forward to it. I'm going to be exhausted. I'll probably die, but it's going to be great. What a way to go.
Which leads me to my second question. What do you think about NXT competing with Ring of Honor that night? Because Ring of Honor is actually doing a taping in Brooklyn the same night versus New Japan. And it's really crazy that NXT is actually getting a Japan competitor as well.
Yeah, they're getting Jushin Thunder Liger to take on Tyler Breeze? Tyler Breeze? Tyler Breeze.
Tyler Breeze, yeah.
You got a lot of wrestling events over at that Barclays Center, don't they, huh?
Yeah, they do.
Yeah,
I think Ring of Honor...
indie wrestling has been hot as hell here in New York.
I think Ring of Honor is going to get quite the rude awakening when nobody shows up, because the Barclays Center is going to sell out that night.
Oh, yeah.
If they want to sell the tickets, they're going to. Because originally they were only going to sell 6,500 tickets, and then they sold out in 5 minutes, so they opened it up to 10,000, and they may have reopened it even more since then. So Ring of Honor might be a little bit disappointed when their show is not. It's going to be people who couldn't get in to the NXT show.
Yeah, it's sad because it's in a baseball field as well, and I went last year. It's freaking awesome, but this year I think I'm gonna change my mind and actually go to NXT.
Oh, if you didn't, you're foolish, because it's gonna be a hell of a show. We're talking Finn Balor, Kevin Owens 2. It's gonna be an awesome main event.
And you're getting the Islanders next year too.
That's right.
You're getting the Islanders.
I'll have a shot from the point sign.
Hey, there you go. Yeah, there you go.
I wish people would. I would love for people to do that. Like take a shot from the point thing and take it at a game or something, or I don't know,
an actual picture of you shot.
What?
Yeah, well, somebody sent me pictures from picture of me. That'd be great.
No, I want a picture of him shot. I was like, why did you want a picture of Tommy shot? That's not good.
Balls. Yeah. You know what I think? It's time to get him out of here over the top rope.
Yeah. Say what now? Say what now? Say what now?
Fuck the free world, right, Isaac?
Yo, fuck the free world, man. Peace.
Over the top rope with you, buddy.
Yeah. Go listen to Graham.
Go. All right. Well, this time it is for real. This is not a fake send off. This is the real send off. We are out of here.
Let's get in the spaceship, Dave.
Let's get in the spaceship and take off and go visit Tommy NC 2010 in space. For my good friend Tommy C. For my good friend Tommy C. and everybody else that's behind the scenes, because there is none, it's just me. We'll see you next time right on Dead on Dave Productions. Like, subscribe, and share. You can donate if you like. It's in the description box. And, of course, if you don't have talent, have talented friends. We'll see you next time. Peace!
I knew not to talk, fuckbed. I even turned off. I turned off the video game too.